Evening, incoming freshman
Freshman
Broncos,
Broncos,
parents
parents,
and
and
guardians.
Okay.
I am Mr.
Mr.
Edgecombe,
Edgecombe,
the
the
very
very
proud
proud
principal
principal
of Palm
of
Beach
Palm Beach
Central High
Central
School.
High School.
It is
It
my
is my
privilege to welcome you to Palm Beach Central High School. We are delighted and thrilled that you made the decision to join our Bronco family and attend our amazing school in the fall. Our school ranks within the top 3 high schools in the district with industry certifications. Parents, your students will receive a world-class education while earning their industry certification at Palm Beach Central High School. Your students will also have the opportunity to earn college credit by taking Cambridge ACE level courses. High school years are the times to stretch yourself further by taking rigorous courses, joining clubs, and trying out for sports teams you wish to play for. The opportunities at Palm Beach Central High School are endless. Tonight, you will hear from our Academy's coordinator, Chuck Green, as well as our phenomenal Academy teachers who will be supporting your students throughout their high school career. Please take this opportunity to gain pertinent information to ensure success in the fall. The Academy teachers will share valuable information and are available to answer questions concluding their presentation. Again, we welcome you to Palm Beach Central High School, and we will see you hopefully in the fall.
Thank you, Mr. Edgecombe, for those inspiring words. Good afternoon, students and parents. This is Mr. Green, the Academy Coordinator at Palm Beach Central High School. I'll be taking you through the next few slides for some important information. First, I'd like to welcome you, the class of 2024. We're so excited that you'll be joining our Bronco family. In a few short weeks, you'll be saying goodbye to your middle school years and hello to your high school experience. It's important to understand that next year will be a transition process for the students, and in some cases, even the parents. Much like when your student went into pre-K or kindergarten, you expected that they would have some struggles learning how to navigate themselves in the new waters that they were in. Next year's transition will be no different. Your student is coming from a place where they spent the last 3 or so years learning all the rules and ways of the school, to now beginning all over in a new environment where things that worked in the past will no longer be applicable for them in their new situations. Remember that there's no growth in the comfort zone and no comfort in the growth zone. This information isn't meant to scare anyone, but more to make you aware that all of us, students and adults, go through transitions, and we can and will come through the process successfully. What are the benefits of the Career Academy experience? Well, by choosing to be part of the Choice Career Academy at Palm Beach Central High School, you're giving yourself an advantage that non-academy students may not have. First, in most cases, you will be with the same students in your academy courses throughout the 4 years. Second, there are a variety of clubs and organizations that are open only to students in the career education programs. Third, students' behavior and grades will be monitored by both the academy teachers and the academy coordinator. Fourth, at Palm Beach Central High School, we're very proud that all of our students do well academically. But when looking at academy students, they do even better. The course selection process. If your student is zoned for Palm Beach Central High School, regardless of what public or charter middle school they attend now, they will be, or in some cases, may have already received an email from the guidance department about how to complete the course selection process. If your student lives outside of the attendance zone for Palm Beach Central High School or attended a private school this year, you've already received an email from me, Mr. Green, with what steps you need to take to register and to complete the course selection process. The biggest question I get every year is, can my student take ACE, band, chorus, or any other class or classes while in the academy? And the answer is yes. The one academy class your student is taking next year counts as an elective, and they will have 3 additional elective classes to pick from. In addition, they will take 1 English, 1 math, 1 science. There is no required social studies course for 9th graders in the school district of Palm Beach County. So total, they'll take 7 classes next year. If you have any questions about the course selection process, please reach out to the guidance department at Palm Beach Central High School or me, Mr. Green, your academy coordinator. For any questions or concerns you may have, please contact me directly via email. Again, we thank you for picking Palm Beach Central, and we're excited to see you in August. Thank you, and have a great day.
Me? No. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Sorry for the quality on that. That is new for us and Google Meets broadcasting. But thank you for putting through that, sitting through that. We will send out that video to you as a link so that you can watch it again, hopefully in full speed and better quality. A lot of good information there from Chuck Green, our academy coordinator, and a visit from our principal, Darren Edgecombe. I am Joan Jocelyn, and I am one of your academy teachers for engineering. I teach the first 2 years, Introduction to Engineering Design and Principles of Engineering. I'd like you to meet for a minute Abby Elder. She's going to jump in here and say hi. She's monitoring our chat.
Hi, everybody. My name is Abby Elder. I teach the 3rd and 4th level digital electronics and civil engineering and architecture at Palm Beach Central High School. I've been there for 10 years, teaching in the academy for 8 years, and have gotten to see the academy through some growth and bringing Joan on board, which is a great step. I'll send it back to Joan until the end.
Thank you so much. Okay, so that's Abby. She teaches your junior and senior year. I'll teach your first 2 years. I've been with the school for 8 years now. My background is not engineering, but chemistry and physics, so we make it work. I'm going to go forward and talk to you about our program and what you can expect your child to learn as they go through the 4 years in engineering. Hopefully they will love it. We enjoy teaching it. Let's get to the next slide. Okay, so the curriculum that Abby and I use is called Project Lead the Way. They have a website you can look at, pltw.org. We share their curriculum, and we both serve as master teachers for Project Lead the Way, meaning that we travel around the country, although not this year. We'll be doing it right from home, and we train the other teachers. I have trained most of Palm Beach County now, Broward, and Miami in setting up their high school classes to deliver this curriculum. It's fabulous. We love working with them. We recently did, just now, updates to most of the curriculum. So what your kids see, if you have older kids who've gone through the program, they'll see lots of changes, and they're great. They're keeping up to date with the latest technology, and I think you'll be very impressed. Sorry, hold on 1 second. Okay, if you're just joining, we'll ask that you please mute your mics and know that you're being recorded. So let's take a look at our academy classes. We have Introduction to Engineering Design. This is the first course in engineering for your 9th grade student. I teach this course. It has a background in, let's see, we look at design process, we look at technical sketching, problem solving, and we do an industry certification for Autodesk Inventor. If you're in the engineering field, it's similar to AutoCAD, which we also offer in another course in our school. The kids can take as a separate elective, but it's more user-friendly. Next year, we're also going to look at Fusion 360, which is another Autodesk product that the children can use, and it streams and saves to the cloud rather than being a desktop program. So we spend a lot of time with the very basics of engineering, lots of problem solving, 9th grade, hands-on, everyone's out of their seats, everyone's building, doing, working. It's a lot of peer collaborative work, a lot of problem solving skills, teamwork. We look at Gantt charts and how to solve all the way beginning to end a problem. It's a great little class, lots of little projects to be built. We have a laser cutter in the classroom kids are working with, 3D printers. We have 6 of them. So everyone learns how to do all that, and they get to be creative in the way that they like to. Great course. There's more information about that in mypltw.org or pltw.org. Look up Introduction to Engineering Design. That's where they'll start. Then for the second year, we move the kids into Principles of Engineering. That's a 10th grade course. And in this course, I teach this course, we do the principles of physics. We look at simple machines, we look at kinematics or motion, we look at statics, we look at statistics, we teach the difference between the two. And then we look at machine design. We bring all of the principles together at the end of the year, and we look at machine design and control. So we'll take some robots, some robotic parts, and we will build, and then we will program them. It's a nice, easy, natural language program. The course is not about computer programming. It's about designing a machine that does work, and then we program it to do so. So there's a little emphasis on coding, but it's not a coding class. That class has a lot of hands-on building. We do beam deflection where the kids are standing on some wood, measuring weight. They're building levers. They're building pulleys. Great little class, real hands-on and heavy on the physics, but we walk them through it nice and slow. So they do well. Good class. So take a look at that. That's called Principles of Engineering, and that's the 10th grade class. And you can see more on pltw.org. And then in their junior year, we move the kids over to digital electronics. And that's when they've had me for 2 years, and now they move on to Miss Elder's class, and she will teach them, and she'll give you more info at the end, but I'll give you the basics. She'll teach them the basics of computers and computer language. She'll look at binary coding and logic. She'll look at programming using Arduino, which is an open source language. And then it's their first opportunity, and you'll love this, to earn the Florida Engineering Society Industry Certification. Let me say that again. Florida Engineering Society Industry Certification. It's achieved by earning particular scores on the end of course exams. Project Lead the Way gives us an end of course exam that we use each year. And the kids achieve a certain score, I believe, out of 3 of them, and then they can achieve this particular Florida Engineering Society certification. It looks great on their resume, helps them get internships. We're very proud of them getting this. And then in their senior year, and this is pretty much everyone's favorite course, CEA, Civil Engineering and Architecture. That course, they design a home from foundation to the roof. They've had all their basics leading up into this course. Abby and I work together so the kids get a foundation before each course. So they're going to design the whole home from the bottom to the top. They're going to look at commercial design. They include a legal aspect such as zoning and land use regulations. And then they also do another, so their second industry certification. And this one is using Autodesk Revit, which is like architectural drafting, a version of AutoCAD, but it looks at houses. And it's a phenomenal software that the kids go through. So we work hand in hand. We make sure that each year the kids are prepared for the next year when we're planning our courses. And it's a great program. It's all around the nation now. I think your kids will really enjoy it. So take a look at pltw.org for more information on the individual courses. I'm going to move on to our next little slide here. And I have a couple of pictures of the kids. So in Abby's class, in the junior and senior years, mostly senior years, we try to get them out everywhere. She'll bring people on our school property to teach the kids how to survey. That's what you see in the top left corner there. Take them out on field trips. We go to see construction field trips. I have an engineering club, which is called ACE mentor, architecture, construction, and engineering. That's the A, C, and the E, where we have industry professionals come in and work with the kids. They come in every Wednesday. We have an architect, we have an engineer, we have construction, we have people who own their own companies. So the kids can learn the difference between what all of them actually mean before they take an internship, if they want, or before they choose their college major. So it helps clear it up. And then there's just a few more pictures there of what the kids are actually doing in class, going on field trips. We have a great time with these kids. And here's our senior class. From what year is this, Abby? 18? You're muted.
This is last year's graduating class.
There you go. So great kids. We love every last one of them. We're teaching remotely now. It's going very well. We have the techie kids. They're very good with this. I'm enjoying it, but I can't wait to get back in the classroom. So I'm going to open it up so Abby and I can both talk to you now. Put your questions in the chat first, and then we'll read them and we'll address them for you, if that's okay. I have their contacts for Chuck Green. He's our Academy coordinator, and he can help you with any logistic questions you have. You can also always email Abby or myself. It's just our names, first dot last, at Palm Beach Schools. I spelled beach wrong on yours, Abby.
Oh, no.
I apologize, but it's palmbeachschools.org. So let's take a look in the chat and see what we have.
Just so everyone's aware, I did put a couple websites into the chat. The first one that I posted was Project Lead the Way's basic site, their main site that you can go to. Below that, I put a link to where they actually talk about their curriculum, and you can see all the classes they offer. We only offer 4 of them, so you would have to look at those in particular. And then below that, I posted a link to the software that we use and the requirements for it. So if you are looking to go out and buy a computer before next year, and you are hoping to run our software on it, I would definitely go ahead and take a look at those requirements. The one basic thing that I can say is that a lot of our programs, unfortunately, don't run on Mac unless you can have a Windows operating system on it. So there are a couple that are limited in that way. However, all of the software is available at school, and we've made allowances and figured out how to do this through virtual learning. So there is availability for everyone to have the software no matter what system. We're even doing it on Chromebooks. So we can do it.
Yeah, thank you so much, Abby.
Sure. Just send the links. Absolutely, I will post all the links again. All right.
Now, if your student is coming into 9th grade and you're getting a little stir crazy as we wind up school for the year and we start the summer, I have lots of projects and things I can send them virtually. Just reach out to my email address and I'm happy to give you some things to get them started from home. Again, you don't need to have your own computers to handle the heavy software at home. We have everything you need in the classroom and we can help you take out if you need to after school. But for the most part, everything's done in school and we'll take care of everything that you need there. Abby, do you know that question? Will the students be placed into the engineering classes automatically?
Yes, they are tagged within our system as being an Academy student. And as a 9th grader, they will automatically get placed into the Introduction to Engineering Design course, which is the first-year course.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Go ahead and type some questions in that chat and we'll field them. Some of the after-school activities we have, in case the kids are interested, 9th graders, it's great to get involved in school after school. We try to have something each day. So to see your question, so do we have to bring your own computers? No, every classroom has a lab. Both of our classrooms are very large classrooms. One half is a computer lab and the other half is a work area with tables for the kids to work. We have group stations, we have machine stations, we have everything they need. Absolutely everything. Yeah, no worries. So I don't have specifically Project Lead the Way projects over the summer, but I have some of my own fabulous Ms. J projects over the summer that I'm happy to share with you. Just email me at joan.joslin. That has an S in there that confuses people. Go ahead and email me and I'll send you some stuff for the kids to do. We can look at, from home, we can look at some websites like Onshape or Fusion 360 where the kids can do some 3D CAD modeling. I can teach them how to do that and send them some tutorials and some small projects to do. After school, we have robotics clubs. We have the engineering club, STECME, and we also have Skills USA, where the kids get involved in building and robotics and plumbing. Lots of things to do after school, so we'll keep them busy for you.
And during the school day, we also have drafting courses. So something that would complement the academy well is AutoCAD drafting. We actually have 4 levels, so the kids can take that all 4 years if they want. It is not a requirement right now. And they definitely still have room in their schedules for ACE, for AP, for AVID, band, chorus, anything else that they're involved in. I've had kids go through the program involved in all of those things, so that's never an issue.
To answer the question, what if your freshman did not get into the academy this year and is now going to be a sophomore? I actually have a lot of students who take 9th and 10th grade simultaneously, and they do very well. The 10th graders are slightly more mature than the 9th graders, so when they take both, they not only do the work, they help each other. So they just take 2 electives in their 10th year if they can fit it into their schedule.
Somebody asked about the clubs. Those clubs that Miss Jocelyn mentioned, you can definitely get information from her. Other than Skills USA, that would be a different teacher, but you could send us an email and we can get you connected. I'm going to quickly look if I can get the list of all of our clubs off our school's website, because we offer a club for everybody. And if we don't offer the club that you want, you are able to start one. So if you get a group of kids and a sponsor, you can start a club for whatever you want. But we have just about everything you could imagine, including sports, extracurriculars, band, chorus,
theater,
you name it, we have it. It's a great program, or a great school for any program. About AVID. So all I said about AVID was that you do have the availability in your schedule to be in the AVID program at the same time that you're in engineering. It doesn't conflict, and you don't run out of room in your schedule. In the presentation, Mr. Green did mention that the classes count as electives. We're fortunate enough that our first class also counts as a fine art. So in the first year, you complete your 1 credit of fine arts that is required for graduation, which is a nice little bonus. And then after that, the remaining 3 years count as electives. So you are getting credit for the 4 courses towards your graduation requirements. There is a freshman invasion at the school, and hopefully it can be in person. People were asking how do the students get their schedules. We're going to all cross our fingers and hope that we are able to be at the school and that the freshmen can come in, because it's a fun day. They'll get to pick out their locker, they'll get their schedules, and they'll get to actually see and meet representatives from the clubs and sports teams, so they can start looking at what extracurriculars they would like to join. If that doesn't happen in person, I'm sure that they will be setting up a way to distribute schedules to them, whether it be pickup or emailed. I'm not sure at this point. I don't think that's been decided.
Abby, do you see the question about having 2 academies?
I didn't. What is that? Okay, so you have to go through the choice program and be assigned into the academies. So usually you are only able to be in 1. However, our IT department offers non-academy courses that are very similar to the academy courses. So you're able to sign up for some of the courses that would go through Microsoft Office or Adobe. I'm not exactly sure how many there are that are non-academy, but they do exist, and they would be electives. Last year to this Friday. So I believe Mr. Green mentioned about the course selection, and I think it should have been sent to you via email or will be sent to you via email. I would make sure you're checking your school email as a student. Make sure you're checking your school email. I will put another website up on our chat. That is our school's website. Go straight to our school. There is a wealth of information there, athletics, activities, guidance, everything that you could want about our school is there, which is great. It helps if you're trying to look for some information. Okay, so under athletics and activities from the school's website, there's an activities tab, and you can go down and see the clubs and organizations, the Bronco Band, the drama website. There's all kinds of information there.
Are there any students on the call that have some questions for us? Because usually this is where the kids come and ask us when we're in the classroom in person. So feel free to let your student come on and ask us some questions.
It's unfortunate we couldn't be in person. We usually like to have our current students there because they're the best promoters of the program for sure.
Ninth grade IT classes?
I believe it's DIT, Digital Information Technology, that the kids can take as a ninth grader along with their academy. They would just be in the non-academy version of that. And that is a class that goes through Microsoft Office. So Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. And I believe even in the non-academy classes, they can still get certified in that, which is a nice bonus. It's a great thing to have, whether you're in the academy or not. The other question was how many students are in a class. So we are required to have a one-to-one. So no matter how many students we have to have a computer for every student. That being said, I don't think that we've been much over 30, if that. We're probably looking more at the 25, 20 range.
Yeah, 25.
About 25 per class. It's a good number. And again, we're limited to our technology. Every student must have a computer in the class. Okay, so if you didn't get an email about scheduling, that is a Chuck Green question. We definitely don't have any control with the scheduling. That is guidance department, which Chuck is a part of it in his role. So I would definitely email chuck.green@palmbeachschools.org. It's up on the presentation screen right now. He would be able to answer that far better than we could. How many classes are in a day? We have a 7-period day. And as a they will have 7 classes in person. If we are in person, we all hope we will be. There's a lunch period during period 5. So you either go to 5th period and then lunch, or you go to lunch and then 5th period, one way or the other. So there are 7 classes in a day. I think my son did not. Okay, so the scheduling, again, that is a Chuck Green. I know that he's reaching out to everybody, and if he doesn't hear back from people about scheduling, I'm sure that he will reach out again or give you a call. I guess we're in a time when make sure you are answering calls that might say no caller, just in case the district phone or a teacher trying to call. But I would reach out to Chuck Green via email. He can give you more detailed information. The school's hours, our first period starts at 7:35. We start allowing kids into the courtyard at 7:20, and the end of the day bell rings at 2:50. So we are in school in class from 7:35 until 2:50.
Yeah.
In person, slightly different virtually, but we're going to think positively that we'll be together in person.
Great questions.
Mm-hmm. And if you think of a question in the next 10 minutes and we happen to be off the call, please send us an email. Obviously, we are on our emails a lot right now, so we will get back to you either with an answer or a way to get an answer, a contact for you.
To answer the questions that just came up, you're going into 10th grade and you weren't in the program as a freshman. If you're in the program now and you received the acceptance letter, you do need to take both 9th and 10th. You don't have to take it right now in your 10th grade, although it's best for you to do so. So if you're going into 10th grade, take Introduction to Engineering Design and Principles of Engineering. If you can't fit it into your schedule in your junior year, you would have to take Intro this year, And then your junior year, you'd have to take principles and digital electronics. It's easier for you to do it in your 10th grade if you can fit it in your schedule. The other question was to pick the class on the elective form. You should pick, for 9th graders, Introduction to Engineering Design on the elective form. If you didn't do it for some reason and you are in the academy, they will put you in there anyway, and another class will get, another elective will be removed. Am I correct there?
Yes, marking the elective is a good help, just to make sure that guidance is aware when they're scheduling you, but you will definitely be in the class. That is a given. Marking it just is an extra reminder to guidance for us. And we have another Mountcastle going through. We're very third one program.
Well, the third Mountcastle will see a completely different program. So save your puzzle cube projects because those are souvenirs. That's awesome.
We've had a lot of siblings go through the program, and it's very fun.
Yeah. It's fun when the older ones come back and they say, hey, we didn't do that. That's so cool. We like to change it up on you and keep it fun.
It's also fun when the older ones get to come in and be a chaperone for our field trips.
Yes, and they tell us what it's really like in the working area of engineering and college.
We've also had a very good run of kids going to college for engineering. When I started in the teaching in the program, it was maybe 30 to 40% actually going into engineering. I would guess, an educated guess, that we're up to about 75 to 80% of our kids going into engineering programs or something related in college, which is great. I think it's wonderful. Mostly in state, because Bright Futures is a wonderful thing, but we do have some out of state.
Yeah, and 2 of our seniors in the engineering club are going on scholarship. Not full scholarship yet, but they're working on it.
Okay, so I'm going to answer in out of order a little bit. Orientation to get to know the school, that would be freshman invasion. Again, we're hoping that we're in person and they can come in. It's in July or August, I believe. It's the week before school starts, and you'll get information. It'll be posted on every social media platform that we have for the school, and it's sent out via email and probably on SIS as well. And there's a day that the freshmen come in. There's 2 different waves, and they get to come see the school, pick a locker, get their schedule, and see all the clubs and activities offered at the school. So that's a great orientation to the school right there. And then the other question was, what are the 4 classes that are set, and what are recommendations for electives? So the 4 classes are the ones we talked about. They'll start with Intro to Engineering Design in their first year. Then they'll go into Principles of Engineering, then Digital Electronics, and then Civil Engineering and Architecture, 1 per year. Electives after that, we don't require anything, but things that complement the program well are always sciences, maths, drafting. Some of my kids are more on the architectural side, and they choose to take art as electives. So there's a wide range of things that are available. And we were definitely told not to go much past 5:30. So we don't want to hold anybody. This is all recorded, so you will get a copy, and please feel free that if we do end the meet and you have a question, you can always email us. That is the easiest way to reach us. Remind us that you were at the orientation or the open house, and that you had a question you didn't get to ask, and we'll be happy to answer for you.
Thank you all for coming. It's lovely to see all your faces. We're looking forward to meeting your kids when they start school. Hopefully we'll have an open house and we'll all be on campus. But thank you all so much for taking the time to come out today. Just email us and reach out. We're happy to help.
I see some waves. Bye. Thank you so much.
Good to see familiar faces.
Make sure you have our names so you can get our emails. I see a hand and nothing else.
I like that.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks so much.